Right, so we've washed everything. We're now going to check it before we re-prep it. Goggle first, come out the machine. As I explained, there's nothing in an O-frame that's going to puncture the foam, but still check. Roof foam's all intact, cheek foam's all intact, strap's good, so the goggle's good. System. We looked at it when we cleaned it, when we blew it off with the airline. Lens is fine. If you look at them when they're out, they're concave. People have said to me before, oh, you sent me a system, it's bent the wrong way. It's not bent the wrong way. It's like that because the fishing line is tight. And when you put it in the goggle, you stretch it tighter across the frame. Because the fishing line has two functions. It's to make the film slide easier, but it's also the water and debris seal on the bottom. So that has to be tight. When it's like that, nothing's getting up underneath it. So fishing lines both tight. Canisters, make sure the canister's tight. There's no cracks in them. Now the motor. Saw Rob wash the motor underwater, and that one's fine. Motor's wear. All the motor is a nylon wheel with a little flat paddle, and the paddle stops the motor returning, so it keeps the film tight. Sand passes through the motor and it wears the corners of the motor. It's no different to a chain and a sprocket on the back wheel of your bike. You ride that in sand, the teeth were off the sprocket. The teeth were off these motors. So when you check it, you have to look. Now, if you see on that one, half of it isn't catching. This new one is fine. Here, you can hear the difference. That one's new. This one, you can see there's a gap between the paddle and the teeth, because the teeth and the paddle have worn, so there's nothing happening on half of it. You'll hear it when you pull the motor. This one's fine. So the motor's fine, fishing line's fine, lens is good, goggle's good, doors, scrapers, make sure they're not bent, not worn. If they wear, they're not doing their job. The clips on the back, make sure these aren't broken. So there's your system and your goggle, all good to go back together.